Hi, Juanita. Hi, everyone.
Hi everyone, it's Juanita Kapp here from South Africa, and I'm so excited to have our very special guest with us today, Apollo. He's simply amazing, and I know we're going to have a fantastic session together.
Oh, thank you.
Enjoy it with us. Welcome, Apollo. How are you?
Thank you. How are you? Good to see you and everyone.
It's good to see you, Apollo. Feel so welcome here in our space at Meticulous Moments. And, I guess our first question would be, tell us a little bit more about yourself.
Well, I started out as a very skinny little kid. I was very sickly and just, trying to be stronger, trying to be bigger by seeing on this magazine and movies and so on. But I was really small and I get sick a lot. So my mom had to take care of me a lot. And the funny thing was, as a little kid, I said I want to be big and stronger, but for some reason, I don't eat much. I had a hard time eating anything my mom tried to feed me.
Yeah.
And my mom didn't force me at all to do anything that I don't want to do. So I basically grew up just eating ice cream and bad stuff. Really, I did not eat healthy.
Really?
But it must be genetic because I did not gain weight. I did not get fat. I was very hyper actually because of the way I was, very hyper and running around playing all the time. So I guess that's why I stay very skinny, very
Yeah.
small.
Yeah.
So as I grew older,
Yeah.
yes, as I grew older into like maybe late teenage years, then I started to eat a lot. I mean, I couldn't stop eating. But at that time, for some reason, I think it's mostly very genetic. So the whole time being young, eating bad stuff to older, eating more bad stuff,
Yeah.
and I still don't get fat at all. I
Oh.
stay in shape all the time, which make people hate me. But people ask me to tell them what do I eat, what do I do, just stay in shape and so on, and I can't tell them.
Yeah.
I can't tell them. I don't want to lie. Say, oh, eat healthy stuff, eat salad, but I don't. So I can't tell them. I told them just eat whatever you want, but work out and
Yeah.
exercise and stay active. So
That's
it's
it.
balanced out in a way.
Yeah, it
Balanced out. You
is.
eat what you want. It makes you happy. It keeps you happy. And on the other side, you also work out and stay in shape. So then you can afford to eat bad stuff.
You see?
And I wouldn't say bad stuff, really. Yeah, I wouldn't say bad stuff. I would say things that you like. Just
Yeah.
don't overdo it. Like
That's
everything
it.
in moderation.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's a
Everything
good
in moderation.
point. Yeah, moderation. Always.
Exactly. Just so that your body can have time to adjust and digest and work it out, Don't just keep eating too bad, all the bad stuff too much. Then your body can keep up with that and you don't work out, you don't stay active, then you go downhill, right?
Yeah.
So it's always a balance between eat what you like to stay happy, mentally happy, and then your body is also happy because then you balance out by exercising and staying active.
That's
So
it.
my whole life, even though I was not into sports or playing sports all the time, but I was always active and I walk a lot.
Mm,
Every day I walk at least a mile or two.
yeah.
So I don't just rely on driving or public transportation, but I do walk a lot. So that helped a lot. So that's my only suggestion to people. That's what you do. Just balance out between eating and exercise.
So, you make such an important point here because a lot of people dread, working on themselves because they think they really just have to have those salads. They're not allowed to enjoy the foods that they like. And then they feel
Exactly.
depressed about it. They feel down about it. And I always tell people, if you are
Exactly.
happy, if you are having fun, you can move any mountain, you can, reach any goal, so live and be happy. But like you said, everything in moderation and stay active. Yeah?
And a lot of people have the misconception like, oh, they go to the gym, they work out 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years, and they've been in great shape. That's not really how it works. The way it works is you work out for the rest of your life.
Mm-hmm.
What else you gonna do, right? It's your life. What else will you do? So you do it for the rest of your life, and you keep it up, and that's how you stay healthy and young. And it's not much work when you think about, it's like a daily routine. My trick is I don't get up and think about it, because if you get up and you think about it, you're tired already. You just get up and do it. You can go and do push-up and do workout for half an hour every morning without thinking about it. You can think about something else. You can think about something fun, something happy, something you saw on Facebook that make you laugh. But at the same time, you're doing your exercise. So you don't mentally wear yourself out, by thinking about it. You just get up and do it. And it became a routine so much that you don't get tired from it. So that's my trick. I hope people can take that and start doing it.
Yeah. Like you said, we should stop overthinking things. We should just do.
Exactly.
Flow, stay in that flow and just have that high energy and see the beautiful things in life. Don't focus on the things that you think's gonna go wrong, because then they will go wrong. Focus on the great things. Have that gratitude and that smile, right?
Exactly. It's just like doing laundry or doing dishes. You don't think about it, and you know how to do it, so you just do it, right? And get it done. You get it done. It's faster and better than sitting there thinking about doing it. So that's my only, exactly.
So you love delicious food. You love treats. Now tell us, what do you love to eat? What are your favorite foods that you've loved since a child, or maybe new favorites?
My favorite of all time is ice cream. I can eat all kind of ice cream. The funny thing with my body is dairy intolerant.
Oh.
And yet for some reason I can eat ice cream.
Oh,
no problem.
That's what you call
the
mind
weird thing I get
is,
trust me, it gets weirder. It gets weirder because I try to eat salad, I try to eat fruit.
Yeah.
I'm allergic to those things. I get sick.
Oh no.
But I can eat. Yeah, I can eat certain fruit from my country, which was Vietnam, but I will get sick. I get high fever, I get really weird allergy. But if I eat ice cream, I eat cake, I eat pie, I eat donuts, things even in America here that I have never had before, and I was fine. Throughout my high school years, every morning I eat 2 donuts and a glass of milk. Every morning throughout my high school years, which is like 4 years straight. That's what I do. No problem. If I eat salad one day, I'll be sick. I try to eat banana, peach, strawberry, simple little things like that. I get sick.
Oh my gosh.
I have to be really careful.
Yeah.
Exactly. Isn't that weird?
It's an anomaly.
I can't help it. I can tell people to exercise and eat well, but I cannot tell them exactly what to eat because I don't eat those things. So only recently that I can combine them. I learned that if I combine them in a blender with my protein shake, I'm fine.
Okay.
But very small amount. Yeah, very small amount. I cannot eat like on the fancy food. So yeah, I can even take multivitamins.
Oh.
That's how strange my body is. If I take multivitamins, I get sick too.
Oh my goodness. You made a decision when you were a child and you said you're going to have a happy life. You're going to eat whatever you want and you'll be fine. And the healthy things are not for you. You want the nice, tasty food. And it worked.
In the summer when it's really hot, my favorite thing to do in the summer was like I take muffin, 2 muffin, and I crumble them up into a bowl.
Yeah.
Top that with ice cream for lunch.
Oh wow.
That's my lunch.
That sounds delicious. I'm gonna try that.
It is really good. It's like
gonna make
eating
it.
cake with ice cream on top, but I don't know what. Yeah, I get muffin and just top it with ice cream. It's so cool and so cold and sweet and a hot summer, delicious.
It's the
It's the
best.
best thing ever.
No,
It's the
Apollo,
best.
you
You have to
love.
try it.
Yeah, I'm gonna try it. I'll let you know what. I'm sure it's gonna be
Yeah,
delicious. It's amazing. I
yeah.
noticed. I noticed that you love, to make jokes. You love to brighten up people's day. I love going to your page. There's always a joke on there. I read the one that said when you were in school and you would raise your hand in class, your teacher would say, "Oh God, tell us about that."
I was a really good student. Very how should I say it? Not a troublemaker, but I used to just say one word, and that's all it takes,
Mhm.
and the class is over. Like this, I love my biology teacher in 10th grade. Her name was Mrs. Abel, and she was lecturing. We all listening, very good lecturer. She's very good at it, no doubt. But in the background, somebody was talking, and she was like asking, "So who is it keep on talking?"
Yeah.
And I have to open my mouth and say, "You." I said you, and the whole class just got laughing. She's like, she couldn't lecture anymore. She was just like adjusting her glasses and just walked to her desk, and we were just laughing so hard. But she couldn't get mad at me because she know I'm a very good student, and
Yeah.
it's just like, but I do things like that, and the things I do, I don't get in trouble for it. That's a fun
Good.
part.
Good. You're too
You know.
likable. Yeah, they liked you
Yeah.
and they liked your energy. So that's why she couldn't get mad. I mean, I wouldn't get mad. I would laugh.
Yeah, exactly. I don't aim to insult people in any way,
Oh,
except for bullies.
yeah.
Bullies don't
Yeah.
like me.
Yeah,
Because they
good.
come at me, I come right back.
Good. We
So
bully
so I
bullies.
never put up with bullies. Exactly. Like one time the bullies come up and ask me like, how come you always have zit in your face? And I turn around and say, I don't know, but every time I turn around, there you are.
Did they do something?
So
What
if
was the reaction?
even his friends were laughing. Now, if you come back at bullies and they don't know how to react, they don't know what to do, and that's it. That's the end of the story, right? So
That's it.
even his friends were laughing at him. So what are you gonna do? He got mad at them. So I just walk away. That's
Good.
how I deal with them.
Good. You
Yeah,
won that
like
battle.
another time. Exactly. So that's what I do. I save the negative energy to throw back at the bad people.
Yeah.
But
Good.
the one who has really good energy and fun and loving, that's how I am with them. But I
Yes.
also let the bad one knows don't mess with me.
Don't mess with
and,
Apollo,
and some of
guys.
exactly. A lot of people just like, ask me like, how did you get to be such a smart ass? It was kind of funny in a way. I used to be very shy.
Oh,
As a kid, I was very shy,
yeah.
very quiet. I was the youngest of 10 kids. Okay. The
Yeah.
youngest in the family of 10. Three of my older siblings died. So there were seven of us left.
Yeah.
But I had two older sisters and four older brothers. Now imagine all of them very abusive,
Yeah.
extremely physically abusive and verbally abusive.
Yeah.
I wasn't raised to say what's on my mind. I was raised as like, if you're not spoken to, don't say anything.
Same here.
And I was punished. And since I was a really good child, I don't disobey, I don't fight, I don't argue back, I don't speak up. I was very quiet, I stay out of trouble. But when I was a bit older, I was able to learn from other people. I guess because I was not allowed to talk much back then, I learned to listen.
Yeah.
So when I listen, I don't just listen what people say. I listen to what their intentions were when they say something.
Yeah. Good.
So when I learned that the bullies are only saying things to amuse their friends or to show that they are in charge of things,
Mm-hmm.
if I find a way to turn around with just one line or one word,
Yeah.
turn the whole situation around,
Yeah.
I win. So when I found that out, I put up with very little insult from people, and that's it. Because if
I
I feel
like
they
that.
keep coming at me, I turn it around, and they don't know what else to do. A lot of times you find bullies, they don't know what to do. If you
Yeah.
fight back, they don't know what to do
That's it.
because they just know only that much. Yeah, they don't have a lot of steps planned ahead of time. You know what I mean? So if I come back at them a stronger, phrase or words or whatever, they just give up. They just don't know what to do.
Yeah, because
So
it's
in a
not in
way,
their
it's hard
storyline.
to.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. They just like a one liner they have. That's all they have. They don't know what else to do. So when I learned that I can defend myself with being clever and being a smart ass, they're afraid to get more. I mean, if you get insulted once and your friend laughed at you, would you want more of that? No, right?
And like, this Apollo is too unpredictable. We better not mess with him. We don't know what he's going to say.
Exactly. They scare me sometimes. They say, watch out for what's coming out of that mouth. So they learn to be very careful with their move and their words when they try to say something to me. But a lot of times that I learn when other people, I've seen my friends who get picked on too.
Yeah.
And I watch how they interact.
Yeah.
So that really, really kind of like told me a lot more than just being in the center of the attention all the time, because I get to watch. I do dream about that sometimes. I dream that it's really weird. I dream like I was the person doing something.
Yeah.
And the next thing I know, I was over here watching that person doing it. You understand what I'm saying? It's really weird. That's how I feel myself. Like it's like out of the body experience, almost like I saw myself in a fight with somebody, and next thing I know, I'm over here watching that person fight with the other guy.
Wow. Spiritual
So,
experience. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah. So to me, I feel like maybe it's trying to tell me that to observe more than to act.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Definitely.
very strange, but I do learn a lot of things from dreaming about things. I have to just try to understand my dreams better. But these days I can't remember much when I got up. When I get up in the morning, I get so busy. Oh, let's run, do this, run, do that. I forgot what I dreamed about.
Yeah.
But when I was younger, I was able to do that.
Yeah. Yeah. Same happens to me, Apollo. I'll have this extensive dream. I'll wake up. I'll remember it, but by the time I reach my bedroom door, it's gone. I'm like, I need coffee now, or I need tea. And then I'm like, I just remember a name or a face, but the rest is gone.
Actually, isn't it be really cool? Can hit the record button and play back, right? Yeah. When I was younger, I was able to do that. I was able to like ask a question as I was going to sleep.
Yeah.
And then I got the answer.
Oh,
I woke up.
Wow. That's cool.
It's really, yeah.
Wow.
And when I was even much younger, let's say around 5 to 10 years old, when I started remembering things, I had really bad dreams.
Oh my
I had dreams that even scary movies, anywhere, any scary movie is not as bad as my dream were.
Oh my
That's how bad it
goodness.
was.
Nightmares.
Very,
Yeah.
really bad. And then my mom told me the way to deal with it was, it's a dream because it doesn't have a beginning or an ending. It doesn't make sense. If it doesn't make sense, it's a dream. And if it's a dream, in your dream, whatever you want.
Good.
So
good advice.
I became like a superhero. Yeah. So in my dream, I was able to rationalize what I was seeing. And one time I even woke up from the dream and go back to it.
Oh.
I went back to it and decided what to do about it. It was really, really scary. It's like I see a bunch of Yeah, like I see a bunch of dead people advancing at me, and I was like, I can't run, I can't move. Why my legs not working? I
Yeah.
forced myself to wake up, and then
Yeah.
I was able to go back and decide what to do about it.
Yeah.
It happened once or twice.
Wow.
It's really hard to do. It's really hard to
Very
realize you're dreaming, wake up, and go back.
yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
but I was
going
able
back.
to. It's like a movie, like a pause, pause the movie and go back and continue, like that. It was really weird.
Wow.
So that's what the kind of things that how I was as a child.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
Amazing.
and you have to understand this is back in Vietnam. This is back in Vietnam during the 60s, 70s, where we don't have TV to watch movies.
Yeah.
So it's not by watching movies or seeing scary shows or something. I don't have any of that.
Yes.
And yet I still dream all of that thing.
Sweet.
So when people say, oh, yeah, people say, oh, because you saw so and so, you get the ideas in your head. No.
No.
I didn't see any movie. I didn't have scary books or comic books. I did not have even toys. I don't have toys. And yet all these dreams were scarier than any movie I see now.
Yeah. Yeah.
If I tell you one dream,
yeah.
Can I tell you one dream?
Please tell me. I love.
So I was like, I don't know how much you're into scary movies, but so I was lying there sleeping, right? As a kid. Lying there sleeping, I heard something dripping over here. So I turned around and looked, and I saw on the ceiling, I saw something oozing out and drip and flop onto behind me, right? And I don't know what it was, like plop. And then I saw another thing oozing out and plop. And then after a while, 3 or 4 times, I realized those were body parts.
Oh.
Body, yeah. Hands, arms, torso, just oozing out the ceiling and drop down right behind me.
Oh my goodness.
And I'm getting goosebumps right now telling you. Okay? And then finally the head oozed out of the ceiling and dropped down.
Yeah.
To connect the body, the torso. And then the head slowly turned to look at me. And I'm sitting there or lying there, in bed, turn around, realize that the body just came out of the ceiling and the head slowly turned to look at me. Now imagine what you would do.
I would be out of there. I would be out of there. I would run.
I would scream so hard and want to get out of there, right? And for me to, as a child, to dream something like that, like how to get ideas from anywhere. And that was just one of the dreams.
Yeah.
Every night, over and over and over. So the people just said that I was born in Saigon, Vietnam, by the way.
Oh, wow.
And a lot of people say there were dead soldiers, there were dead people because I was born during the war.
Oh, yes.
So they said that, dead soldier, dead people, neighborhood, and so on, are haunting the place.
Oh, yes.
That's how they said it.
Yes, that's definitely
and once possible. I learned that,
yeah, definitely possible.
It's possible because if I didn't get the ideas from movie or books or magazine or even comic books, then where did all that come from?
You
somewhere.
saw it in the spirit. Yeah, you saw it.
Even though people, say that I don't, believe in ghosts and things like that.
Yeah.
And the one story I have to tell you that was really proof that it's possible. Is beyond dreams. Okay, beyond dreams.
Yes.
My mom was paralyzed half the body. Okay, and so my older sister, she's like 19 years older than me. So she's the oldest, I'm the youngest. So she took another sister and 2 brothers and then me. And my mom to the city, and we rent a little room. Okay, we rent a little room so that we can stay in the city and take care of my mom. So it's easier to do things. Plus, I had to go to school. And my other two older brothers and my dad stay in the country,
Oh,
on the farm side.
yeah.
So one day I was playing hide and seek with my friends, my neighborhood, friends.
Yeah.
And I was hiding in the bathroom next to the front, the side door that it goes through the kitchen. And then my mom's room was right here.
Yeah.
So I was hiding in the bathroom, but I was really clever. I know if I leave the door open enough, people think no one is in there. So they
Yes.
won't look. Right?
Good.
So I'm very clever. Yeah, I'm very clever little boy because I have to learn how to hide from my sister all the time. So I know the trick. As I was hiding in the bathroom there behind the door, my older sister walked in with a doctor, and they were talking, and the doctor asked her, this medicine that I'm prescribing for your mom might cure her from paralysis, but it might will also raise her blood pressure and kill her.
Oh,
Do you want to go ahead with it?
yeah.
And my sister said yes. So my sister said yes. Go ahead with it.
Yeah.
And then after the doctor left, my sister went into the room and talked with my mom, who was just lying there in bed.
Yeah.
She told my mom, listen, I'm 29 years old. I have to start my own family. I can't take care of you all the time, forever and ever. So you have to take this medication to get better, or I have to do something with my own life. I can't take care of you. And none of them, the kids are, going to take care of you. So my mom just lying there crying. She didn't say anything. She was just crying. So I was the only one that overheard the whole conversation. None of my siblings knew about it. And being the youngest, I cannot speak up. I cannot tell things. I cannot snitch or anything at all. So that was just me knowing about it.
Yeah.
The next day, I was at school. My brother came pick me up, say, we had to hurry home because mom is in the hospital. So he took me back home. And when we got home, my other sister say, oh, it's okay. Mom is better now. They were able to stabilize her. Her blood pressure is okay. And when she said that, it clicked in my head like, oh, so she did take the medication and that's what caused her blood pressure.
Yes.
But I didn't say anything. I was only 10 years old at that time, 10 years old kid. So to deal with a bunch of those who are very abusive. So I couldn't say anything. So I didn't say anything. The next morning, my older sister came banging on the door, crying. She said, Mom died.
Oh.
She said, Mom died, and we all rushing around, all my siblings rushing around to do things, to go tell my dad and my other brothers, all my relatives, and so on. I was just 10 years old, so I have nothing to do. I just sat there and cried. And I overheard that she said, oh, the power in the hospital died last night. And I went to run to get help. And in Vietnam, during that time, the power died on off constantly. So she said the power died at hospital, and I went to run to get help. But mom said, don't leave her in the dark by herself. So she stayed there. My older sister stayed there with my mom through the night. But she said, if I die, you promise me one thing.
Yes.
And she didn't say what it was yet. I find out later what she promised my mom. My mom made her promise her one thing, and then she'll be peacefully, pass away without any remorse, any resentment, no nothing.
Yeah.
So then after that, my mom died. Okay. The funny thing was, shortly after my mom died, my older sister brought over a guy to introduce to us, who became her boyfriend and husband. But like, I can't tell time, how much has passed during that time. It's just so much commotion, so much emotional issues. But like a few days or a few weeks later, my sister and her boyfriend disappeared, and my two brothers disappeared. I didn't know where they went. So only my other sister, the younger one of the two, and I stayed there.
Yeah.
But my two other brothers and my older sister and her boyfriend gone.
Oh,
So
no.
after a while, Yeah. After a while, then my two brothers came back, and they were talking to my other sister saying that, oh, they were released because they tried to escape the country, but got caught by the communists.
Oh.
So they were in prison, but since my two brothers were just teenagers, so they let them go. But my older sister and her boyfriend and a bunch of other people got caught
Oh.
and put in prison.
Oh,
Okay. I was like, I was bad. I was like, oh, good. I don't have to deal with her. Right. For 8 months. Yes. 8 months was bliss for me because 8 months I don't have to deal with her.
Yeah.
Right. So we were staying at my aunt's house, and she got out of prison after 8 months. She came back like a changed person. She was so nice. She was like, sweet talking, and then one day she flipped. One day
Oh.
she flipped and she became really aggressive and abusive again. And I'm like, what's wrong with this picture?
Yeah.
Then I found out that she said that she was talking to my aunt, telling her that she had to take me along on the trip. And my aunt asked why. He's so young, he can't deal with, what happened to. And I tell you what happened when we go on a boat trip to get to America. It's horrendous.
Oh.
So when my aunt asked her, she said that, well, I went to see a fortune teller. She's very superstitious.
Yeah.
She said she went to see a fortune teller, and she asked her, what do I have to do to be able to leave the country safely?
Yeah.
And this fortune teller did not know us, okay? And guess what the fortune teller said?
No.
You promised your mom one thing. That's what she said. You promised your mom something. You don't do it, you will never be able to leave.
Oh, wow.
This is a fortune teller who didn't know anything about anything. I told you only I was in the room who overheard my sister, my mom, okay? So who knows about this?
No one.
No one else knows about it. But that woman said that. And then I still don't know what the promise was. It turned out that she promised my mom to take care of me, no matter what, because I'm still very young. I was only 10. The others are teenagers, 16, 18. They're old enough. But my mom made her promise to take care of me. And what did she do? She left without me.
Oh, my goodness.
So when she left without me, she didn't make it.
She got into
So
trouble.
this time, so this time she had to make sure she kept her promise to bring me along. So she had to bribe me to say, oh, it'll be all good. It will be very nice. When we go to America, everything wonderful and so on. She tried to paint a very good picture. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that I would go along. But I knew I can't argue with her anyway.
Yeah.
However, I tried. I said, well, I stay with my aunt. I can stay with my uncle's family. And she said, they're not family. They have their own children. They have lots of kids. They're not going to take care of you two. They're not family. I will take care of you. And, well, I'm not going to argue anymore. I can't say that. So I had to go along with her. Once I agreed to go with her, that's when she flipped. She's no longer nice to me. Now she flipped back to this one. She flipped back to the personality of disciplining me so that she can control me. You see what I mean? So it got really bad, but I won't go into detail about that. So what happened when we planned to leave the country?
Yeah.
We were smuggled on the bottom of the fishing boat. There were lots of us, like about 75 people, to crowd into the fishing boat.
Yeah.
And what we did was we put red bricks on top, and we hide in the bottom, the belly of the boat.
Yeah.
Which is very bad because the heat in my country is bad already. And on top of that, it heat up the red brick, and this became like an oven. And we had to hide. We had to hide in the belly of it. Not much air ventilation. So, but that was days and nights. They tried to smuggle us out.
Yeah.
the way it works was that they pretending to be transporting red brick to the island to build prisons out there. So the
Oh,
communists believe that we have a reason to be going that way, right?
yes.
So we sneak out. We went through several, how should I say, like checking points. And the very last one is where we're supposed to make a stop and drop off the bricks.
Yes.
And it was like at night. So we try to time it so it's at night. It's dark. You don't know how dark it is. It's so dark. There's no city light, no nothing. It's very dark. And we're sneaking out like this, and then I heard people yelling like, "Come help throw the bricks off," because now we had tried to make a run for it. So to make a run for it, you have to throw the bricks off to make the boat lighter.
Yes.
And the communists like shooting at I can hear the bullet go. Pew, 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 pew. But we made it through. No one got shot.
Good.
No one got hurt. We made it. But we got out the open sea. 7 days in open sea. No land, no nothing. We had water. We had food. Just floating around. Yeah, just floating around in open sea. We're trying to avoid certain things. And I learned that we have to avoid pirate ships from Thailand. Thailand pirates. Yeah, the Thailand pirates know the route we take, and they know we carry gold with us. Because the only thing that translates into money anywhere is gold.
Yes.
So we sneak gold with us, and they know that. So they will rob us. They try to find. They try to find any ship go out there that will rob us. Okay, so we try to avoid them. We went through a monsoon, but no one got hurt. Yeah. And if you Google the fishing boat from Vietnam, you see the fishing boat not very big. It's like a little toy. Crowded with 75 people on it, and no food, no water. And the storm was like, monsoon is like hurricane. It's like humongous.
Raining.
And yet the boat never broke apart. It never fell over. Nothing. No one got thrown overboard. No one got hurt. Okay, we survived that. And then we got rescued by, I think it was an oil tank. I'm not sure it was American oil tank. It's humongous, ship.
Fantastic.
And here I am, 10 years old, probably 4 foot tall, little boy, skinny, malnourished, eat nothing much. And probably because I didn't eat much when I was little, really prepared me for this trip, because we ran out of water and food, and I was fine. The whole time I didn't get seasick at all. Here's the boy who doesn't swim, never been on a boat. And I didn't get seasick. And here the adults, here are a bunch of adults who've been in military and so on, and they were getting seasick. They were thrown up all over the boat. I'm just sitting there.
Feeling.
It's really weird. I was just sitting there looking at everybody like, what are you sick for? I was just enjoying the trip.
You're like, I'm on an adventure.
This is like an adventure for me. Like, oh my God, I got to see fish I never saw before. And I love water. And I was sitting there splashing in the water. And people like, are you crazy? You could fall over. Get in here. And I was just enjoying my time. And when we got to the big ship, oh my God, it was so big. I look at him like, what is it, a wall, a building? I didn't know what it was until it's a big ship.
Huge.
So they threw down a like a rope ladder, for us to climb up. And here I was. I just climbed it. It's like probably, I don't know, maybe 10 stories high, 20 stories high for a little kid. I just went climbing.
You were good.
Not a care in the world. I wasn't scared. I wasn't scared. I wasn't afraid. And the wind was blowing, the wave was splashing, and the ladder was slapping like this. You could fall back out. And here I was just climbing. Nothing to worry about at all. Right? So when we get on the boat, just not very long, probably half an hour later, they pick up another boat.
Oh,
And then maybe another hour, they pick up another boat.
wow.
Okay. And that night, they give us some food to eat. And that night, we just gather around on the deck talking. So the people were sharing story of what they went through.
Yeah.
And the people of my boat can't say anything. You know why? We have nothing to say.
Yeah.
Our story was, oh, we went through this, we went through a monsoon, we're here.
Yeah.
It was that easy.
That easy.
And people was like, so people was speculating that my mom protected us.
Yes.
You see
Beautiful.
my story now? So
Beautiful.
it's like, so if you don't believe in spirits, you don't believe in ghosts, fine. But how you explain this? Now, if you Google online, Wikipedia especially, you see the story about the boat people from Vietnam. Thousands of boats, not thousands of people, thousands of boats. So thousands of boats times 75 people per boat. Thousands and thousands of people.
Lots of people.
And the things that happen to them, is horrendous.
Oh my.
Horrendous.
Yeah.
They get thrown overboard, they get eaten by sharks, they kill and murder. I have to tell you this story, but one of the incidents that stick out the most is very, very bad. And I don't know if you want to censor it out or you can cut it out or put a warning.
Good.
For people.
Yeah.
So one of the example I can tell you from the people saying is, so one of the boats was like out there for days. They're out of food and water. They're very hungry. And they ran into the pirate ship from Thailand, right? And the thing that they do to my people was like this. They will kill the man. They will kidnap the girls onto their boat and rape them. Okay? So one of the boat, the girl got raped. And then they cut off her head and threw her back in the water for shark to eat. So if the shark eat the body, they will attack the whole boat, so everybody will die. So there's no evidence. So what happened was they threw her body back in the water, and the mother on the boat was begging the other to help her bring her daughter's body back to her so she can hold her.
Yeah.
It got worse. This part got worse.
Yeah.
So they did that. They brought the body up to the mother. The mother was holding her body. Now imagine they're very hungry for days. They have no food to eat.
Yeah.
So that was the only source of food left. So I don't know if you understand what I'm saying.
Oh, did they eat her body?
It's horrific.
Oh.
Yeah, so they have to eat her body. The
Oh,
mother
God.
lost her mind. She just went mad.
Horrible. Yeah.
So that was one of the incidents. Now imagine thousands of incidents.
Lots of
Okay,
it.
thousands of horrendous, incident. What people had to suffer before most of them died. Most of them didn't make it.
Yeah. Yeah.
And only a few, that make it to the island or to make rescue by boat and so on. But most of them never made it. So imagine my boat was like a vacation trip.
Yeah.
And we feel bad about it. We don't want to boast about it. We don't want to brag about it.
Yes.
But we can't say anything. We just sat there like, well, nothing happened to us. How can you imagine? I mean, how can you explain to other people when they just suffer so much?
Yes.
And here we are. We just sat there like, we're fine.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nobody broke a fingernail.
Yes.
Nobody got thrown overboard. No one got shot up. No one got robbed. Nothing. We all made it just fine. So everybody say, his mom protect the whole boat.
I believe
And
that.
That's exactly what the fortune teller said. If you keep your promise, you make it through without any incident. And I can tell you, there's other people on the boat who live in the U.S. now that I know. They can testify. Nothing happened at all to anybody.
I'm sorry.
And I
was
very young, so I don't understand much, but remember because I listened and I listened really well. So until I got older, I understood like, oh, so that's what happened. I didn't put two and two together. There's so much was going on. But I'm just like, really? That was like we just made it through and no problem whatsoever.
Yeah, divinely
So can you
protected.
imagine?
Divinely protected. You know, Apollo, you're a very, very special person. You've got a special energy about you. And I believe
Oh,
that
thank
you have a
you.
special mission, you know, on this earth as well, to be you, the changes that you make, the people that you touch, their lives. And I believe that your mom protected that boat. I do believe in that. I believe in a lot of spiritual things out there. I've seen a lot of things. I know a lot of things, and I agree with you. She honored that promise from your mom on her, you know, on her deathbed, and she made sure that you made it to your destination. It's so beautiful, right? How beautiful is that?
It's a really, it's like an amazing story, and I just have to say, like, I could not imagine anything stronger than that. Like, and so how do you um explain to anybody that my mom died already, and yes, she was able to protect all of us that much to that extent where no one got hurt. It's just like a rare, rare story. I even dare say that probably my boat out of thousands of boats, there's no other story like that.
That's it.
At all. Because everybody else went through something. How could you not suffer anything? It's just weird, you know? And the whole I was like just not responding or not acknowledging the conversation, but I heard those talk, you know, and they was like whispering on the side, like his mom did something. Because there's no way we could have gone through all this so easily. It's just like, I mean, even if you know how to navigate.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah, even if you are really good at navigating the ocean, you could still run into all kind of things, the weather, anything. And yet we survive everything and nothing happened. It's just really strange. So that's my only way to say to people, if you don't believe in spirits, you don't believe in the life after death, don't explain that. You can explain that. You really can explain that. So one of my story of how I came from my country as a kid to America and survived, and now I'm old.
You're not old. We are still young. We've got lots to do. We'll never get old, Apollo.
Exactly. Well, I could be old, but still have the energy to do it. So that's a good thing.
You see? You definitely have high energy. You know, you're really a special person. I have to stress that. Wonderful personality, and we learn so much from you. It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, my friend. Yeah, I want to ask you, you know, if you had to share words of wisdom with the audience, because, you know, you went through so much as a child, and here you are today doing incredible things, living life, you know, as well, bringing that joy and that upliftment. If you had to give words of wisdom, what would you tell people out there that are not living their best life? What would your advice be to them?
The best thing to do is to take all the negative stuff and just put them in the box and forget about them.
That's it.
Because life has so much to offer.
Yeah.
If you're busy with all the negative things, I mean, if that much had happened to me and I suffer all the abuse and all the, you know, I didn't grow up with my parents protecting me, it's just me, you know. I'd be able to take that and put them aside and go on with your life. So you have to find what's good for you. I could be very simple things. I love growing plants. So I would get a potted plant, nurture it, grow it, or get a pet. Once you learn how to take care of another person, another being, another living things, that would really, really put aside all the negative energy that's about you. So you don't focus on yourself all the time. You focus on taking care, just like a mother. The first time mother, you have a child, all your energy go to the child and protecting
Yes.
child.
Everything's about
Became
the baby.
so much bigger in life.
Yeah.
This became so much bigger in life. You became bigger than what you were, because you just all to yourself before. Now you have another person to take care of. So if you don't have a child, then get plant, get a pet. Once you put the energy of love and all that into that new life, new being, you see the energy you give come back to you.
Beautiful.
You know what I mean? Because you pour out the love to that plant, that pet, that person, the love return to you. You feel happier instead of just me all the time.
That's it.
It's not all about me all the time. It's about learn how to take care of another living thing. And just one thing at a time. Then you realize how big the whole world is. There's a lot of people out there. And a lot of people get upset. And I've seen it on Facebook too, where they say, I've done things, wonderful things for other people, and they just don't care. And they don't give anything in return. And I just told them, why should they? Why do they have to? Are you upset that you did something nice and don't get something back? You shouldn't be upset about that. You do it, you should do it because you want to do it.
That's it.
Not that because, we get something back in return. No, you should do it because you want to do it. If that person don't care, don't return the favor, that's fine. Because a lot of times, just a lot of people help me too.
Yeah.
I'm not that great all by myself fighting the whole, world.
That's it.
Other people help me too. But I can help them back. But I can help those who need my help.
That's it.
You see what I mean?
Beautiful. Yeah.
So the way you might not be able to help that person back, but you help somebody else who needs your help.
Yeah.
That person might not be able to return the help to you, but they can help other people.
Yeah. Yeah. True.
So don't get upset because they can't help you back. They might learn from you and help somebody else one day. And then in return, you might get help from somebody else when you needed help. So you don't know where the help comes from. It just has to go around. If you just sit there worrying about, they don't return, my love and my help, you sit there and wait forever. You have to know that you give out and we come back at the time you most need it. It's not like a payment. It's not like a loan, like a due date. But it will come back when you most need it, when you most unexpected it, right? So that's one thing that I would tell people. That's how most of us survive, because we don't just focus on ourselves all the time. You just have to look at those around us and help when you can. And don't fret about it.
Beautiful. I love it. I love it. Apollo, this was a wonderful session. I knew it would be. Thank you so much for joining us. I appreciate you.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you for having me.
It's a pleasure.
Do you have any other questions?
Well, I don't. If you have any other statements, you're welcome. If you want to do a shout out to your friends. But we had such a thorough conversation. I enjoyed every single moment. It's going to stay with me. I'm making those words of wisdom a part of my heart, and I'm going to apply them. Absolutely, my friend.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thank you. Have a beautiful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Thank you, Apollo. Keep shining.
Bye, guys. Take care, everyone. Love you.
Bye.
Bye.